Jamaican medical students in Cuba are hoping to complete their studies even as the Caribbean nation grapples with a fuel crisis due to ongoing U.S. sanctions. While some students are mentally prepared to leave, some are awaiting assurances from the Jamaican government that they will be able to complete their studies locally if the crisis worsens. Jamila Maitland reports.
Ready to leave or ready to learn?
Normally we'll have clothes on the hangers, but emergency situation, most of our clothes packed away. That's a to-go bag right there.
In a closet in Cuba, a semi-packed suitcase sits on standby. Beside it, ironed uniform shirts.
Usually uniform is a white top with a blue bottom, and we wear scrubs on days where we have duties.
She told us that the uniforms have been ironed now for more than a week as she anticipates the start of the new semester, which begins Monday, February 16.
We have to ensure that our uniforms are ironed when electricity is here. And for some of us, that might mean 1 a.m., 4 a.m., some crazy hours. And with gas too, we have to ensure that we cook, and not only cook for Sunday, cook for the rest of the week if you're able to.
The student who didn't want to be identified is among more than 300 Jamaicans studying medicine in Cuba, faced with a dilemma: the growing fuel crisis disrupting their learning and affecting their mental health.
Preparing to possibly leave isn't just about logistics. It's about deciding what parts you want to leave and what's your priority in the moment. And as students, our belongings represent years of studies here. Adjustments, everything considered. Like, facing uncertainty is definitely taxing.
What's worse is the level of uncertainty regarding their studies. Last week, Minister of Foreign Affairs Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith said a diplomatic note was sent to the Cuban government requesting guidance on the way forward.
Exploring and monitoring are just the beginning. Students need clarity, timelines, pathways. Uncertainty is the hardest thing to live with for us, especially having so many stockpile of different circumstances.
The students say if the crisis escalates, having their transcripts will allow them to continue their studies in Jamaica.
These transcripts would allow us to be able to continue our education, whether here in Cuba or elsewhere. However, these transcripts are only valid in Cuba. What we need is support from the government to first acquire these transcripts and then to have them validate them so that we can be able to use them outside of Cuba, specifically in Jamaica, enabling students to transfer to other universities and continue their studies from where they have left off.
In the meantime, some Cuban universities have made special considerations to place students at facilities closer to home to complete the practical part of their studies. This way, they can save on transportation costs. Jamila Maitland, TVJ News.